And the question reads, explain the difference between a change in supply and a change in quantity supplied. So our junior tutor has written that supply is an economic concept that refers to the relationship of the total amount of output available in the market and its price. It is often represented by an upward sloping, It's often represented by an upward sloping curve or line, indicating the positive relationship between quantity supplied and price. Quantity supplied, on the other hand, is the number of output produced at a specific price point. It is represented by a point along the x-axis in a supply curve. In this regard, a change in supply indicates an alteration or a change in the production of output that might be a result of a change in technology or in the number of market participants. On the other hand, change in quantity supplied refers to the change in the amount of output produced at a given price. And that's an excellent answer. I think a good way to illustrate it is with the supply and demand graph. So as always, we will draw Q on the x-axis, quantity, and P on the y-axis for price. Supply slopes upwards and demand slopes downwards. And the point where they meet, we call the equilibrium or the market price. Now our junior tutor has done an excellent job drawing a write-up here about the supply curve. So quantity supplied, when looking at this curve here, the supply is going to be this line. The entire line is the supply, whereas the quantity supplied is going to be where the price is set at, here in this case, at P star. The corresponding quantity, aka if you draw a horizontal line from P star over to the supply curve, the quantity that goes with it will be the quantity supplied. So price were down here at P1, and the quantity supplied would be here at Q1. Similarly, if the price were quite high here at P2, we would draw horizontally over to the supply curve, then draw it down, and the corresponding quantity would be Q2. So the only thing that causes a change in quantity supplied is a change in price. And this is going to be a movement along the supply curve. Change in supply, on the other hand, can come from a number of factors, like a whole number of factors. You can list 8 to 10, probably more. Some of them are a change in technology. Change in consumer expectations. Even something like a change in the weather. You know, if the good is crops maybe, and we have really, I don't know, long prolonged winter, that may reduce the supply of some of the crops. And this is represented by a shift in the supply curve. So I've already showed you quantity supplied moving along the supply curve. But if supply were to increase, supply curve would shift to the right. And assuming demand stayed the same, the price would go down from the original equilibrium price, and quantity would go up. Similarly, let me try that again. If the supply were to decrease, I'm going to call this S double prime. Then we would see the price go up from the initial equilibrium quantity, and the quantity go down from the initial equilibrium quantity.